All right. Welcome, everyone, to our regular Tuesday night Collaborating Connections professional networking Zoom meeting. My name is Dawn Evans Casey, and I'm the leader of the group. Collaborating Connections is part of the TTR networking family, and TTR stands for To the Rescue. TTR has been around for the past 15 years, doing great things in the networking realm. And Collaborating Connections is one of the groups. Of course, we're meeting on Tuesday night via Zoom. There are several other groups that meet on different days of the week and different times. We are the only evening group. And again, I just want to say welcome to everyone who is here tonight and who is perhaps listening to a recording of this meeting. So TTR networking focuses on relationship building, relationship development. We believe that that is the cornerstone of great business. And the RESCUE acronym actually represents the topics, the themes that we fervently support and encourage throughout TTR networking. So the RESCUE is an acronym. The R is for relationships, as I mentioned. Number one, the cornerstone of great business. The E is for education. We're not only here to talk about our businesses, but to educate each other on what's going on within our specific industries and share knowledge, consumer knowledge, business knowledge, etc. The S is for success strategies. You know, each of us have been in business for, different amount of time, and we've all had our own experiences as owners, managers, etc. But we share those experiences, the things that have worked well, and encourage each other to try new and different things. The success strategies that work for us might be just the thing that works for the next person without having to recreate the wheel. The C is for community. Now, we not only want to thrive within our own businesses, but we want those in our community, our clients, our neighbors, our families. We want other organizations within our community to thrive as well. So we support nonprofits and community groups with our time, talents, and treasures, and we want everyone to win. The U is for understanding. So while our individual members are sharing their elevator pitch, we are listening. We're trying to understand what's going on in their industry and their business, because through that understanding, we're able to help each other better. We're able to give better referrals, and we engage more effectively. The second E is for execute. And while we get together on a weekly basis and talk and share, it wouldn't mean anything if we did not then leave the meeting, go back to our businesses, and take action, get something done. Put some of those recommendations into motion. Make sure that we are working towards our goals. So execution is a wonderful way to wrap up that RESCUE acronym. We are a membership organization, and Collaborating Connections is quasi-industry exclusive. So generally, you'll see one member from each industry as a part of this group, and only one member. That makes it easier to share referrals. So if you are interested in coming to visit or perhaps be a part of Collaborating Connections, check us out and find out if your industry is already represented or not. That's a little bit about our organization. I love to open our weekly meetings, inviting anybody on the call to share wins or words of gratitude on anything that has happened within the past week or coming up shortly, just to add a very positive nature to our meetings and to let each other share in the celebration of anything great going on with your business. So I'll open the floor. Does anyone have any wins or words of gratitude to share?
I can talk again. That's my words of gratitude.
All right.
And my daughter's fixed too. It sounds funny. She's fixed. You know what I mean? All right, whatever. You guys laugh all you want. I thought it was funny.
Blessings to you both, you and your daughter, Jennifer. We're so glad to hear that the healing is in progress.
Thank you.
I was going to say, I think this is the month for that because God knows we've been about 3.5 months right at our house. So I'm just glad for that happening finally.
Super awesome. Super awesome, Pavithri. And we're sending well wishes to Spencer as well. Anybody
Well, if
else?
there's nobody else, I mean, seriously, people, I mean, something good had to have happened. Let's talk about
Did you get
my
a new
new,
camera?
yeah, mirrorless. Take me to the next 20 years right here.
All right.
So
Woohoo!
anything digital, anything computer, anything whatever that I'm having trouble with, not anymore. It's the systems work across the board. Things are easy, things are good. It's now just a matter of getting everything going. So
Awesome.
I'm busy this weekend at a show and we'll be off doing that. But when I hit the ground on Monday, it's time to start shaking some bushes and seeing what I can do to scatter up some berries. So,
Okay. Yay. Yay, CB.
yep.
New toys are always fun. It's been a good week. I feel like it's already been a week, even though it's only Tuesday. It's been very productive 2 days, so that's always good. So
Good, good.
I was literally looking around trying to figure out who was talking. I could hear you, Lisa, but I could not see your mouth moving. That was weird.
Huh.
well, I did go to a comedy show on
Yeah, I saw
Saturday
that.
night where there was a 14-year-old ventriloquist. I can't say that word. And so maybe I picked up some talents from her.
I just was looking around. I'm like, that's a voice I've heard, but why am I not seeing it? I think it's just my picture on my screen. Yeah, was it a good show?
They're also studying in the dark. Oh, it was a great show. It was very good. So, and it's our church puts it out every usually it's the beginning of March every year. It's definitely worth, it's a free show, definitely worth it. Though I learned this year to make sure you arrive early if you want a seat or pizza because we ran out of both.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
we had
I'm glad you had a good
only.
time.
Yeah, it was good.
Awesome. Awesome. Nancy, you got anything? Wins or words of gratitude?
I had 113 grams of protein in so far today.
All right.
What would that be? What did you have to eat to get 113 grams? I mean, that sounds like
Protein shake, other protein, cottage cheese, all protein. Today I'm going all protein. Tomorrow might be something different, It's like I'm all over the place. Whatever I'm doing is not working. So every day we change it. But
Can I really quickly just throw out on when was it? Nancy came over on Friday and took care of notary work for my daughter and son-in-law, and I'm not even sure what you did because I was half with it. I was under a blanket on the couch, I think. But she came in and that's when it's really nice when you've got good people. I knew we'd have you know, I knew she could help us. It was, she had to kind of work with our schedule, unfortunately for her, but nope. But thank you, Nancy. We appreciate that.
No
kind of,
problem.
that was nice. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
I was just gonna say, I didn't know we had so many notaries that traveled until I needed it, and Lisa showed up at the hospital.
Yeah.
So it's good to know we have two on this call.
Yeah. Well, I guess my question would be, can I just ask real quick, Don, when do you need a notary? When it's somebody, I mean, what is the bottom line for a notary? Is it something that you have to have somebody like sign? I mean, you have to, you're witnessing something? Is that basically?
Usually it's when the document requires it. So,
So
though
it's like,
you can, if you're ever in, if you ever feel like there's going to be a question of if you really signed this, if this is your signature, you can always request to not have your signature notarized. But most people only use a notary when the document or the legal document type requires it. Transferring titles, real estate transaction, some custody paperwork, those kind of things typically require a notary. But it's that you can actually have your signature notarized anytime you want it, you know.
okay, okay. Thank you. I know that, yeah, we are very fortunate, Pavithri. We've got a nice, I mean, and that's something when you need it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it wasn't like I could take Spencer out of the hospital to go get it notarized.
right, exactly. Huh.
That would have been fun to watch, though.
I mean, I would have too. VA knows better than to stop me, but I wasn't really in the mood to gamble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good point.
With that said, I want to remind everyone when you do your elevator pitch and introductions, Collaborating Connections welcomes you to represent all of your facets, your skills, your businesses. So please share. That helps remind others of what all, how you can help in all capacities. So thanks again. Let's see, my win is that I survived busy season, doggone it. I was telling Nancy before we started recording that it's done. I'm gonna put my Superwoman cape on and boldly go forward from here.
Is it time for a chocolate feast?
Oh, that was over the weekend, yes. We pencils down on Friday evening, and I believe it was either late Friday or early Saturday that our holding company went ahead and published their 10K financials for 2024. So yay. A kind of return to normalcy from there. And my words of gratitude, I got some send out cards in the mail. So I want to thank Deanna and Jennifer, and let's see. I think I don't know that anybody else is on the call, but it was just, yeah, I tell you, it is icing on the cake to get that envelope and open it up and just sit and read the very genuine, very thoughtful words from others. So thanks again to all. That's my words of gratitude, is that the cards made my day. And yes, they are on my mantle and refrigerator and all that. So words of gratitude to those. Next, I would like to invite Jennifer Johnson to share updates and happenings that are going on within TTR networking. Jennifer, take it away.
Well, thank you, Dawn. I would actually say thank you for bearing the horrible voice I've had for a few weeks. It's amazing how quickly this. Anyway, so All I can tell you is I can't believe it's March. We have a week from this Thursday, we have TTR Presents, and it's Lisa Bowers with all about, it's Mastermind March. So it's all about delegating. And we got the lady right here on the call, so she can probably give you the scoop. But what are we going to learn? All about delegation, right? And how that works in your business. Because that's hard to do.
When or why it's important, when you should, how you should. And I'm going to give everybody an exercise that they can do on their own time that really kind of makes it apparent when it's time to delegate or what needs to be delegated. So you'll have a little bit of homework, but
I'm
it's
actually,
easy homework.
I'm it's one of those things. I mean, it's kind of like, why would you spend 5 hours? Well, I don't know. That's me. 5 hours doing something that somebody else could do. Why not have somebody who can do it? And I don't know, the exercise that Lisa's gonna have us do, I'm sure will help us determine whether it's time to delegate a particular thing out at that time. But that is next Thursday, the 13th of March already, guys. We are just like 2 weeks away from spring. I can't believe it. But we'll do that on Thursday. That's a Zoom call, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So anybody, invite people, please. Because Lisa wants to share the wealth with everyone. And it will be recorded, and we will share that out. But I really think it's better because you are going to do an question and answers, right, Lisa?
From everybody but Pavithri.
Okay, there you go. So
Fair enough. I mean, I would do the same thing. I don't want to answer my questions either, so makes sense.
I remember when we started TTR, I remember there were some things that Lisa brought to the table in our Northside group that you did do some stuff with that, time scheduling and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward.
I did a presentation on block scheduling and some other things. Yeah.
And maybe that won't be all, maybe that's not a big part of this particular thing, but this is, you help people.
This will be totally different.
Yeah. So, and I won't say that because I don't know where it is, but that is next Thursday. And then we have, tomorrow our social circle, and I guess we won't see Pavithri there, darn. That's a bummer too, because I like Spencer. I like you too, but I really like Spencer if he could come and hang out. But
what the? Wow. Okay. I see how this party goes.
The social circle meets every first and third Wednesdays of the month at the Parks Pub Place, whatever.
Place pub.
Yeah, whatever. I've said it too many times today, I think. But anyway, it is tomorrow at 2:00. It's the social circle, and that is our newest group. However, I think there may be another group or two that are on the horizon after talking to a few people today. But anyway, that is our newest group. Come and visit with us. The other thing is we just scheduled Sarah Care Indy over off of, 98th Street, guys. I don't know if the address is there, but they are doing our next Givers Gain get together. I kind of jumped the gun and thought we were going to do it at Just Love Coffee again, and we decided not to. We're going to use Sarah Care Indy instead, and that is on the 26th of March. And that is out there as well, and I'm putting it out there. We had a really good turnout for the get together last Wednesday, and that was at Just Love Coffee in Carmel. And it was the Givers Gain group just decided to once a month have an in-person. They're a Zoom call group. So anyway, and Pavithri was there. It was a really good group. I don't know, they kind of came out of everywhere, and we've got some new potential members there, so I hope. But anyway, that is what's happening in March, and all I can tell you is I'm looking at a couple dates for a couple things yet in March, and then it's April. And we'll have pretty much the whole thing again with different people presenting and different things. But we've got things happening quite a bit. So, and if you are not signed up, what is it? The 19th, which is 2 weeks from tomorrow is, right? 2 weeks from tomorrow is the Bright Ideas Show. The partnership that, isn't that the 19th or is it the Thursday? Okay, I thought it was the 19th. The reason I bring that up is you have a reciprocal membership with them if you don't know that already. I've got some members who are starting to reach out to me, but that is the Bright Ideas Show. Is that at Office Evolution, Pavithri? No, it's over at the
Nexus, the same place we did the preview party.
Okay, but who's the dude? Keller, he's the, right? He's the speaker for the baseball or something?
Yeah, there's 4 speakers and it's somewhere on my computer.
I just had it pulled up too. That is, I mean, go jump on inspiresmall.biz, look at their Facebook, and make sure you're signed up for the membership that you get.
Yeah, it's Rebecca Johnson, Henry Jensen, Marcy Rankin, and Howard Kellman.
Howard Kellman. And
yeah.
he is is it the Indianapolis Indians?
Yep, the announcer, the voice of Indians.
Yeah. So we got a lot of things going on, and I'm really excited that we're starting to really help people. Then we're looking at April and May. We've got some of our, we've got, what is it? In May, we've got our next, I'm so sorry. Thankful Thursday is on, I believe, the 15th. And that is going to be at one of the Cohatch in Zionsville. Or no, I'm sorry, it's in Broad Ripple. Sorry. Anyway, but we've got all these things coming up, guys. So keep your eyes on the calendar on the homepage of the website. And yes, you go to the homepage and it's right there. And Business Spotlight, yes. And I just posted when's the Business Spotlight? Is that this Friday?
A week from Friday, the 14th.
Friday. There's so many days. Deanna and I just posted for her on March 22nd, I believe. Right? Deanna's,
I'm sorry?
I think Deanna's next event for the acupuncture, I just posted, right? Is it the 22nd? I think looks like she's trying to, okay. Is that right? I think it is. But look at our social media. It is out there, and that is acupuncture. And actually, I was thinking today, I wish I could do that like weekly. And I know there are people who do it, Deanna, but is it the 22nd?
Yes, ma'am. It's the 22nd from 6 to 8.
Okay.
So Leslie moved it to a later slot so that it wouldn't be in the middle of the day. So she wants to try and see how people feel about that close time.
I'm just wondering if I would be able to be woken up after that. But oh well, because it was so relaxing. That would be. But anyway, I did post it out there, and please share it around. And it is something you guys all know. We've already talked about it. So, but thank you, Deanna. It's great.
Yep.
Okay. That's it, I think.
All right. And what's the website for those who are not familiar?
You can go to ttrnetworking.com and then go to the home page, just hit on, but you can also go to totherescuein.com. I can't believe I can articulate again, totherescuein.com. And then that is the official homepage, but go to the featured events, which are on the right side, and click Lisa's events there now. We've got the Givers Gain event. We've got, what else is there? I don't know. Just check it out. Please get on there and register. Okay.
Super awesome. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All righty. Now we will go into our roundtable introductions. And first, I would like to invite Nancy Vesely. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yep. Thank you, Dawn. My name is Nancy Vesely. I am a local licensed health insurance agent for under 65 Medicare, over 65 Medicare. I also have some dental plans, some critical illness plans, some cancer plans. Trying to think what else, vision plans. I have a vision plan that lets you go use the contacts and glasses, which is very unusual. They usually make you pick one or the other. Right now I have a lot of people calling about dentists. I'm not sure if they're just going to the dentist now or just what's coming in lately, but and I like to select plans that their dentist, if they have a dentist they like, is in. And sometimes that can be kind of confusing trying to find one because some of those dentists aren't in all the plans. But that's what I am. That's what I help people with. And I'm up to, and I made sure I remember 90. My number for the year is 90.
All right, all right.
Hey, Nancy,
Yep,
can you email me information on that dental and vision plan, please?
I can do that.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
The military is great, but they don't give spouses vision or dental.
Really?
Yeah.
And Nancy,
Yep.
the dental, can you start a dental plan anytime, or do you have
Yeah.
to do it like during open enrollment?
No, you can start at any time. It's a supplement.
Okay. I lost my dental insurance because of a issue with my bank last fall or last summer. And its auto payment didn't get moved over, and I didn't catch it until after they had canceled it, and they won't. So I have to get new dental insurance. So okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
So Nancy, can I ask you really quickly? You said, what did you just, oh shoot, I forgot the question. Sorry. I'll remember it later.
Okay.
No, you said 90. Is that how many you're up to at this point?
Of my 500 for the year. Yes.
Okay, out of 500. I couldn't
Yep.
remember the number. Okay. All right.
Yep.
He's pretty good.
That is. That is. Anything else you want to share with us, Nancy? Any other skills, businesses, etc.?
Notary when needed. I'm not I don't like the notary business. It's not what I expected when I started it. You know, you end up at some strange places with some strange people so I usually just do it for friends and Jennifer.
Oh. I was going to say something like that. Like, I'm not a friend. I'm not a friend. But it does seem like it could be a dangerous thing too.
It could be because a lot of times they want them, I hate the people, they call you and they need it right now, which drives me crazy because you got to drop everything and go do their notarization. So I do it just for people I know usually.
Well, we know a few of you now, so we know there's, and I knew
There's a bunch of us. Yeah.
well, that's very nice though, because it's, we have some industries, we don't have anybody who does it. So it's nice that you guys are there. And I guess we don't want to take advantage of anybody who does it, but I can understand having our situation the last few days, they had to have things done, and Spencer or Pavithri had to have that done in the hospital, right? What are you going to do?
All right.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about your nonprofit, Nancy? Any updates there?
My nonprofit.
Yeah, the animals, what you're doing for the animals?
Pets Life After You. That nonprofit. Pets Life After You, just having everybody needs a plan for their pets for when they're no longer around. That's one nonprofit. And then the other nonprofit I'm dealing with is Who's Your Feathered Friends? We're a local bird club. And local clubs in general outside seem to be struggling because people got used to staying home and they don't want to go out anymore. Go figure. So if you know any bird people, let me know. I'll forward them some information on the bird club. They'll wonder where they got it from.
All right. Thanks again, Nancy. Are
Thank
there any
you.
other questions or comments for Nancy Vesely this evening? All righty. Next up, I would like to invite Lisa Bowers. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Sure. Lisa Bowers, Office Allies. We are a full service admin support company. So that means we help with anything from email to schedule maintenance. We do newsletters. It's beginning of the month, so I'm doing newsletters all day, every day this week. Getting the newsletters out. We help with email marketing campaigns, social media, bookkeeping. We do a lot of invoicing. That's the other thing going on a lot right now this time of the month. And I am also a notary. If some of you already knew that, Pavithri mentioned it. And I'm also actually about to take my test to be a remote notary, which means I can notarize over online and you don't have to actually go and be in person to notarize. So that's something. I agree it can be kind of scary, but I've had very good luck with notary. So I've been doing it for 4 years, 6 years, 6 years. I don't know. I'm about up for renewal, so whatever that is. So, but that's Office Allies. If you have any questions, happy to answer it. And I just warning people, I'm not trying to be rude, but I do have to jump off in about 10 minutes because 20 minutes. I have a webinar I'm attending. So.
Thank you so much. Do we have any questions this evening?
Can I just throw out? I don't know about a question, but I don't know bookkeeping. She may have said that. I know you're trying to, I know you were saying it. I was clicking through some things.
Yes, I do a lot of
Anyway,
bookkeeping and
sorry.
invoicing.
You are looking for more of that.
Yes, we do a lot of bookkeeping. We have a package that works well for small business owners to give them monthly reports so they know what their money, where their money is going, what it's being used for, and what their profit margin is. So.
If you guys can hear me, everybody kind of looks like my connection's bad. I'm sorry if I'm coming and going. But that's one thing I will write off. I mean, and I know we all joke around about it, but when she started helping us, it helped immensely to keep that, you don't realize what you're not. I don't even remember how we got people to start paying, Lisa, but we did it somehow. So I'm glad that finally came together, but I just wanted people to know that because I know you're trying to grow that part of your business more.
I think we got people to start paying by just sending them an invoice. Oh.
It wasn't just me begging them in the meetings, please, please, please. I gotta put shoes on my children. I'm joking. I didn't do that, but
I think it was a combination of when you're at the meeting, you don't always have your checkbook or you don't always have the capabilities of paying right then. And when we started sending them invoices, they could pay from their home or their office or whatever, and it just made it more effective. So,
and I would just throw out there that if anybody ever, I mean, to do what we did, I couldn't have done it with somebody other than somebody like Lisa, who had the background she did to get us kicked off when we did. I mean, I'm just saying, because when I think back on it, I've had people ask me, how did you do that? We had a group of 15 people, and I think one person was not willing to, he was not continuing in his industry. Everybody else, we left the organization we were in and switched everything over. Had we not had that chunk of people. I could have never done it by myself. And I could have never done it without Lisa helping me get things going. It took us a while once she came up, but I just would put it out there. You need people who can do what Lisa does, or, you know, I'll do things that people need, but I can firsthand say, you really need it. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense on your end. I know my connection is bad.
Thanks so much. Are there any other questions or comments for Lisa Bowers? Okay. Next we will move on and I will invite Pavithri KIlgore. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
As soon as I figure out where the screen and the mute button is. Hi, excuse me. Pavithri KIlgore with KPSK Consulting. We do fractional human resources for small to medium-sized businesses across the US and specializing in labor and employment law. Well, just in case anybody doesn't have enough neck pain, currently half of the government agencies and federal labor laws are playing ping pong with the courts. So if nobody saw the update that hit about 1 o'clock in the morning, FinCEN is officially dead. The Treasury Department came out and said it is no longer pursuing BOI filings whatsoever. It's only been going back and forth. I believe this is the 8th change that has happened since December. So no longer an issue. You can ignore it. One-time procrastination actually helps. So those are the silly things I pay attention to. Because let's be honest, as business owners, we have to wear all the hats. The last thing you have to do is to worry about your business getting in trouble and having to pay fines. So that's in a nutshell what we do. Hire to fire, HR consulting. I didn't want to share this with the wins or good news part, but I do have something else I am getting ready to move into. I am launching my speaking career, and that should be up and running probably by end of this month.
Super fantastic.
So
is your public speaking again focused specifically in the area of HR or is it broader?
it's broader.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a lot broader. I'm launching 3 topics at the moment, and the rest is I gotta come up with some creative names. Can't be, you know me, I can't be normal.
All
So yeah,
right.
I'll do in person and virtual.
Wonderful. Keep us posted on all
Yep.
of that. We'd love to support you, Pavithri.
Thank you.
Are there any additional questions and comments for Pavithri KIlgore and KPSK Consulting? All righty. Thanks again. Next up, let's see. How about CD Bjork? Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
I am. One quick question, Pavithri. Where are you starting your speaking career at?
My first one is actually going to be at the district Rotary meeting, the district governors meeting in it's somewhere on my calendar. And there are a few others through the 10X Speaker Network. And I'm not sure exactly where the first one's going to be outside of that. Oh no, I lied. My first one is actually next week with the SCORE program. Oops, crap, I gotta finish writing that. I forgot. Okay, my first one is next week at the SCORE chapter meeting and then the Rotary Governors meeting. And then I'm still kind of working through signing those up.
Very cool. As you gather a calendar of those events, please feel free to share those with us. We'll get them posted on our social media. Even though they're happening outside of TTR, we love to support you.
Yeah, especially the ones that are open to the public or is available online, I'll definitely share that.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Okay. Well, awesome. Can't wait to see how those play out for you, Pavithri. So that's fantastic. Um, CB Bjork, start with Ascension Imaging Studio, um, branding, headshots, marketing, advertising, any of the imaging that your business may need or require with it as well. If you're running a non-for-profit, if you are looking for ways to get business leads, the one thing that I am capable of as well is being hired out for a day. If you have a convention and you want to offer headshots at your booth, you can get all of the email leads that those people bring by hiring me out. That's one of the nice things about my software is that it allows me to capture that, and then that's given to you as a marketing tool. So that's a wonderful idea there. Obviously, there's also ways to help nonprofits with photography because there's always ways that people are looking to have stuff done, and some of those proceeds can go back to the nonprofit as well. So I'm always happy to talk with people in that regard as well. Um, Abby, who was with the dogs 2 weeks ago, I'm going to be talking with her a little later this month. We're going to be working on some ways to help out their group. So a bunch of sweet dogs, obviously, and gonna see what we can do for them there. So that's Ascension Imaging Studio. Let's step over to the other side. My soul lives here. Yes, and Dawn. Oh, since I'm on Ascension, Deanna, you did get the images, right? That I sent you. Did they look good? Did you like the editing I did with them and everything?
Yes, they're lovely. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I that was a little bit of AI fun. I've never had the fun of playing with that tool before, so it was really kind of fun to get in there and do stuff with it and be creative. So I wanted to make sure you're happy with that and everything because I thought I made them look good, but obviously you're the final judge. So
No, I thought they looked great. Thank you so much. I was
awesome,
pleased.
awesome. And I need you to send me something because I still owe you the $25 and I need to get that back to you. So.
No, that's for Catherine.
Oh, okay. I will give that to her and yep, 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 we're perfect there. My soul lives here. Excellent. Um, in terms of marketing branding, we have people that are holding mugs in their hands. We have people that are holding water bottles, t-shirts, etc. One of the things that I can also do with this is do personal branding for you or your business if you are looking for like coffee mugs with your logo on it. We did the small business thing over at Dave and Buster's, and they were giving out some free coffee mugs. I tell you, it's one of the handy things. I can get them in 4 color for you. So if you're looking at having something like that as a marketing item, I can also let you know the cost on that. Water bottles, cell phone covers, all sorts of things like that. So if there's things that you're interested in, let me know because I'm happy to talk with you about that. It's also with My Soul Lives Here, which is the website. Um, Everywhere that we are, there is a happy place for our soul, and there is a happy place that we like to be. For some of us, it's chocolate. For some of us, it may be the mountains or the beach, or maybe it's a nice little lake in a cabin somewhere. Whatever it is, there's a place where your soul is really happy and happy to be there. And that's what My Soul Lives Here is about. It's kind of having that happy place that you kind of carry about inside of you, where you'd rather be almost any time of the day than where you are right now. So I'm always willing to work on ideas and stuff. If you have ones that aren't there, I'm always happy to work on ideas that you find interesting. So, uh, the other side of everything, as I mentioned a little bit earlier this weekend, I am at a show. I'm going to be in Columbus, Ohio, going to be at the Gift of Light at the Columbus Fairgrounds in the Roush building there at the Ohio State Fairgrounds. And the Gift of Light is a metaphysical health healing show. The crazy red-haired lady is not joining us this weekend because obviously kids and all sorts of stuff. But we'll be there. Headshots. Our headshots will be doing horror photography, readings, tarot, Akashic records, and mediumship. And we'll have a whole bunch of sage, incense, and other interesting items for sale. So obviously, if you guys are in the neighborhood, which I doubt, but hey, if someone's watching and you're over in that area, please head over there and check out stuff. Psychic medium author cbbjork.com. So you can find me there. Any questions? Let it go from there. Okay. Thank you so much. On a side note of everything, real quick, if I do drop off, I gotta go get a battery for my motorcycle. In case you didn't notice, it's kind of nice out, and I'm taking my motorcycle in for the oil change tomorrow, and my battery is Kaputski. So one of my next steps is to go to O'Reilly and work on getting a battery for it and getting that installed so I can take it tomorrow. So if anybody doesn't have any questions.
My question is, my soul lives here. Is that fixed for PayPal now?
That is one I started working on and I did not get through with, and I will let you know the minute I get that set up. I have not been at my computer for nothing in like the last 3 or 4 days, and I'm really sorry because I do want to get that. That's like number 3 on the list, but getting my cameras and all my other stuff set up has been crazy. So, but I will get to that, and I will let you know, Dawn, and we'll get that taken care of. So,
Awesome.
yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All righty. If there are no other questions for CB Bjork, I would next like to ask Deanna Morae, are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Absolutely. My name is Deanna Morae. My business is ReZenergize Sanctuary. We believe that the best way to increase the love in our community is by relieving suffering. Suffering people can be harder to love because they're suffering, and suffering people don't always have as much love to give. Automatic.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up.
I think she froze.
She's moving.
Maybe to a better connection.
Yes. Is that better?
Yeah. Well, yes. Sounds a little better. Yes.
So sorry. It should be really... So no.
Nope, you're still going in and out. Sorry.
Okay. I can't get any closer to the thing than here. It's right there. So you still can't hear me.
Oops.
No.
Have we lost her? Oh.
No.
It's a little better. No, you guys don't hear
her? Okay.
I think you have to keep talking so we can figure out if it's consistent or not.
So, who do you know that is struggling with their health or pain or just general overall wanting more energy in their life and more energy in their body? One of the things that we have learned recently by studying some more what Dr. Sandra talks about is that this is more like an energy wellness spa. So you go to the spa and you go and you get treatments that are from the outside in. And this is the first spa that you come to that helps treat your body and help with anti-aging effects from the inside out by giving you more energy to the cells, more energy to your body, restoring and renewing your DNA and things like that. So who do you know that really needs to try something different because what they're doing isn't working?
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
And last of all, on March 22nd, we're having our next acupuncture event, and Jennifer was talking about it. And it is a wonderful opportunity when acupuncture is $110, going up to $120, I think, with some practitioners. And a session in the sanctuary is $120. And you're getting both of those things together. You can imagine why that is really a steal of a deal.
Absolutely.
And I would, if I can throw in there, I've said it many times, but I would tell you, I tried to call the day that they had it, which was stupid of me to think, but she had a full house. And I don't know the 6 to 8 o'clock at night. Well, Dawn, you were there. So, but the 6 to, is that what you said? It was 6 to 8, Deanna?
Right. Leslie decided to, instead of doing it at noon or 2, noon or 3, she thought maybe do 6 to 8, so it's not in the middle of a Saturday.
Right. Well, because it was wonderful. Dawn and I chatted afterwards, I know, but it was wonderful. But I could see that being a really nice way to just kind of go home and go to sleep. Although you would have to go and do your bath, right? You'd have to do the whatever.
You can take the bath anytime in 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay. There you go.
So you don't have to do the bath right away. You can do it the next morning or the next afternoon or whatever.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Acupuncture is such an amazing way to trigger the body, to re-energize it, to clean out energy channels, to really get things moving, and to help with healing. It's an amazing modality, for sure.
I know it probably take way longer than this call, but I don't really understand how acupuncture works. So I guess I need to, because I know it did, but I don't understand exactly why it did, because anyway.
It works on all the meridians of the body, all the energy meridians.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is adding needles in there at certain points that actually energize those points. It triggers them. It stimulates those points. So energy through energy centers and the energy meridians from your head all the way to toes. And when you put needles in certain points, you're through those points to move and flow the energy better. That's the best way I can explain from somebody who's a lay, who isn't even really an acupuncture professional.
Yes, thank you. That makes sense. It's just like you don't know until you do it. It's like, whoa, this is pretty cool.
So, question, Deanna, does doing the acupuncture in the sanctuary environment with the energy from the screens, is that an enhanced?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We have found that multiple people who are experienced or that she has had as clients that have come in, they noticed. We had another client that was one of my clients who came in, and she really noticed a difference the very first time she did acupuncture. It was the biggest move forward she'd seen.
Gotcha.
In her condition, yeah.
And do you have any more overnights on the calendar in the next?
We do. Thank you for asking. I think it's on the same weekend. I'll have to double check. It's in the events page on the ReZenergize.com. There's an events page, and on that events page just shows our overnights. So yes, we have one coming up. I think it might be the same day.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other questions or comments for Deanna Morae and ReZenergize Sanctuary?
Jen, I ran into one of your customers this past weekend at an event, Kavina.
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah, she was raving about you and telling everybody about the sanctuary, so thought you should know.
Thank you. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All righty. Thanks again, Deanna. Next up, I'm inviting Jennifer Johnson. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Are you crazy?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm joking. I'm Jennifer Johnson. You all know me. I'm actually a gratitude consultant with promptings, send out cards, and I am the founder of TTR Networking, and I am a vocalist or professional vocalist who hasn't had a voice in months. So I am very happy to be here. Bye. Just happy to be here and talking to you lovely people. Like a normal person does, not like a crazy person does. I literally want to, I guess I would just say, I know it's Mastermind Month, but I would really love for who do you know out there that is looking, maybe needing entertainment. It sounds funny. I don't dance on tables. I'm not talking like that, guys. Who needs something special for an event, a spring event that's coming up? Who do you know that's specifically a lot of good stuff for my music happens to be the senior market. Anybody who's working in the senior market, it does, Nancy, it really does end up. I know people laugh at me, but do you know how many people now, ladies, ask me for my connections to the senior market? Because I've been doing this since I was 20, 25, whatever. They say, you know, the senior, yes, I do. But I also know that anybody who's working in the senior market, it might be, I don't know, I did a thing one time for a home healthcare thing that was, sponsoring a luncheon, they needed entertainment. So who do you know out there? Or I could tell you some things, but when you put it out there like that, people are like, oh, okay. But I am not going to do things that if people are expecting to hear cover songs from some group and they want it to sound just like that, that's not me. I do my music my way. But who do you know that might have events? Do you know an event planner? Do you know I don't know. I feel more excited about my music than I have for a number of months. And I'm not singing yet, but I will be. So, and also TTR networking, kind of the same thing. We have some really interesting people that are finding us and wanting to know what we're doing. And up until probably, what's today? Probably until yesterday, I was kind of feeling like, okay, it's all TTR is kind of drying up. And then we've had a couple, and we aren't, but we had a couple of people reach out that I was like, this is why you do it. So who do you know that's out there who might be in a very unique industry? We have had some really interesting people find us lately. Can't help everybody, but I try. So who do you know that might just want to pop on one of these calls or join us for an in-person meeting? Or I would love to talk. So there we go.
Awesome.
Not a good elevator pitch. It was way too much.
No.
Yeah.
Just right. Do you want to share anything about the ANA Solar?
ANA Solar Wash is actually our son was in town for a couple days and we were talking about it, and he's just making sure, and it's funny because we wouldn't take this long if we were doing it by ourselves, but I do ANA Solar Wash washes solar panels. So they do need to be washed. People don't even know it. A lot of times we say it and people are like, what? They need to be washed. They do. The life of your solar panel will be a lot longer and the effectiveness are a lot better. The effectiveness goes up immensely. But our son is in Colorado. He and his wife started the ANA Solar Wash and have been very, very fortunate to have some really good connections through networking. But one of their most recent ones is, as they've been waiting for the solar panels to take off, the cleaning, they are now working with a gentleman who is he does junk hauling. So somehow they're getting into cleaning garbage cans. I don't know that I've told you that on this call, but that was one of the pressure washing is one of those you want to be very careful because you don't want to break anything. But squirting garbage cans is becoming an HOA. A lot of in Greeley anyway, Colorado, they're saying that there's HOAs that will actually work that into their budget to pay for garbage cans to be sprayed out and cleaned, sanitized, whatever. So that while we're waiting for the other to kind of take off, and our son has been really trying to buy the right equipment. So we're just waiting on that. But the pressure washing, you do have to be very careful of liability and everything. So, you know, they've done things like squirting off patios, you know, sides of homes that are not anything that they are going to likely to break or anything. They don't want that liability. But it is happening. So we're still, you know, and there we just got a connection through somebody who there's a big company in Indianapolis that are trying to sell solar panels to companies, and there's a representative that was connected to us. So you know, slowly but surely, and there are some initiatives, I believe, in Indiana that are through like Duke Energy and a couple others that are we're seeing that somebody's getting free solar panels, you know, they're going to want to take care of them. So we're looking. But any connections you have, thank you. I wasn't even thinking about that. It's been crazy.
No
Crazy
problem.
months, yeah.
I am particularly interested in the power washing for residential. You know, I don't know how to evaluate a good company or you know, what they should be doing. So if you don't mind connecting me with Adam, so I could ask those questions.
Well,
I'd be interested in knowing.
I know Nancy's been on here, but I don't know if Deanna was on here when our son and daughter-in-law started this company. They were on here a couple times talking over the course of what, a year or two, whatever now, Dawn, it seems like, while they've been doing this. So might be kind of interesting to have them. I've told him he should come back on and chat and just catch people up and tell people what they've been doing.
Oh yeah, you'd
You
love
know,
to.
just kind of how do you go from one thing to the other? I mean, how did you guys get to doing acupuncture with your, you know, I mean, there's a story there, right? Everybody's got a story. And it is really interesting. And I think that could be a good thing, but I'll connect you with Adam. I mean, right now we keep saying it. In this case, he's our boss. So we're waiting for him to and that's the only time he's our boss. He's our grown son who's almost 36, but yeah, no, he's not. Otherwise, no.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All righty. Next up, I want to talk about our Collaborating Connections members who are not here, just to give them a quick shout out. We have Carol Blackmon, who is with Epique Realty. She is licensed in both Indiana and Florida. She is definitely a people person who is poised to help her clients. So whether they're interested in buying or selling in Indiana or Florida, or even elsewhere internationally, through her connections at Epique Realty, she is able to help so many. If you're interested in buying or selling a home, Carol Blackmon is your contact. Next up, we have Nicole William, who is a social media strategist. Nicole is creative and definitely can help with content for blogging, etc. If you are in need of any of those services, Nicole Williams is your contact. We also have Margaret Broadus, who is with ACN. Margaret is a nurse by training, and she is sharing with her clients, prospective clients, another healthcare option, not exactly healthcare insurance, but a way to make healthcare affordable. So if you're interested in that perspective, Margaret Broadus with ACN is your contact. We also have Jerry and Karen Stern. They are independent representatives of Melaleuca. Melaleuca has a full line of consumer products, products for the body, the home. They also have a line of beef. And if you have utilized any Melaleuca products or familiar with the name that has been around for years and years, and you're interested in trying some or learning more, please talk to Jerry and Karen Stern. We also have Robert Haley, who is a mortgage lending specialist with Old National Bank. Robert has years and years of experience in mortgage lending and financial background for individuals who are interested in preparing for their first home, or even purchasing, transitioning from, say, a smaller home to a larger, or larger to smaller. Robert Haley with Old National Bank can surely guide you in being prepared for that mortgage lending experience. And last but not least, we have Robert Bonjour with Offset Printing. He is another one of our, what do we call him?
Global
partners. Thank you so much, Nancy. And Robert's offset printing business is a 4th generation business. I think they've been around for at least the past 60 years. So they do all types of printing, books, pamphlets, posters, business cards, etc. Whatever your printing needs, you can reach out to Robert Bonjour with Offset Printing and get a quote. I think that's just about all of our collaborators who were not on the call tonight. Last but not least, myself, I'll quickly talk about my businesses, but would look forward to talking to anybody more in depth. First off, there is Spa Travel, which is a full-service travel agency. We're all about relaxed adventure, wanting our customers to have a memorable, enjoyable travel experience. So if you're looking for some assistance in ideas, booking, etc., please reach out, Spa Travel. Also, there is Claiming Your Roots, which is a nonprofit focused on multi-generational genealogy and family history, outreach education, helping families learn about how to do some genealogy and family history research on their own. And then as they gather and pull together resources like pictures and stories and public records and letters, etc., how to pull all of that together in a wonderful keepsake that the family can continue to build on and pass forward to future generations. Claiming Your Roots is represented on a Facebook page where we provide lots of guidance and tips on how to do some genealogy research and keep folks motivated and inspired about their familial past. Also, I am a blogger, and my blog is all about chocolate. It's called Cheerful Chocolate Spirit, and it is on Facebook. It is full of pictures and poetry and recipes and just celebration of chocolate, all kinds of chocolate. Decadent in lovely tasting chocolate, and then some healthier alternatives to chocolate. So whether you are a chocolate lover or a chocolate enthusiast or know someone who is, feel free to follow Cheerful Chocolate Spirit on Facebook. There are also lots of wonderfully branded items, tote bags, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, etc., with the Cheerful Chocolate Spirit logo. And last but not least, there is also, I am also a gratitude consultant with promptings and send out cards. I love to share with people how they can share gratitude with others, increase their routine of acknowledging gratitude on a daily basis. And there are, beyond just the cards that we can create and individualize ourselves online and send out to others, there's also just a host of wonderful products that can be shared to show gratitude, as well as gratitude journals where you can make daily note of in your waking hours or before you go to bed at night or anytime during the day, the greatness of gratitude, and develop those behaviors so that your life and your environment is more focused on gratitude and positivity. So that's what I do in a nutshell, what I love, and I would love to talk to anybody in more detail about that. Are there any questions or comments for me at this time? All righty. Jennifer mentioned at the top of this call, today is March 4th, and with every month we have a new theme. Our theme for the month of March is Masterminding. And I just wanted to take an opportunity to share what that's all about. And we'll be talking more about it on our calls for the rest of the month. Masterminding is a term that can refer to planning and directing a complex project or activity, especially skillfully. It can also refer to planning a difficult activity that takes detail and you want to make sure that it happens successfully. In a more positive sense, masterminding can also refer to a goal achievement tradition that involves convening a group of like-minded individuals and meeting regularly to support one another's progress towards similar intentions and goals. So during this month, we will talk about each of our businesses, what mastermind for each other. As you come upon any challenges or are planning something new and different and want to open yourself up to the ideas of others, the inquisitive, the opportunity for each of us to find out more, to ask questions, to make suggestions for improvement, and to help hold each other as business owners and managers accountable. That's what the month of March and masterminding is going to be all about. So think about those things, anything that's going on in your day-to-day business that may be challenging, that you may be looking for additional insight and assistance to resolve. Think about those big projects that might look insurmountable, but with the help of the support of the group, you may find it much easier to accomplish. And then come with an open mind and ready to share throughout the month of March. And we hope to get a lot accomplished. Okay? Any questions right now about masterminding? Any comments or thoughts?
I'm always happy that in our meetings, Dawn, you do a good job of it, throwing things out there and everybody kind of sharing, because I don't know, I mean, as far as like trying to come up with new events, the Deanna was there, Dawn. I don't know, Nancy, I don't think you were at the chocolate place, right? You weren't, but we talked about having a health fair and health and wellness, and I still want to do that. And if I don't do it soon, all the dates that I thought I could do are going to be gone, because I wanted to do it where it's spaced out. I know we were talking about different places and stuff. So for me, masterminding is, I feel like we do it all the time on most of our calls, even though we might not call it that. But it's, when you're talking in a group setting and you're throwing out ideas, it really does, it makes so much, because sometimes I don't think, until you try something, you don't really know. And even when you're sitting there putting it on paper, it doesn't look until you throw it out there. So I don't know if that's, I just say you probably all are used to masterminding all the time, but I just think it's a gift from God. I don't know. We all did it when the pandemic first hit. We had 2 or 3 times we did the Success Connect, that we had a lot of people part of that. And it was just basically kind of the stuff we're doing anyway, but it was more focused on the masterminding. And so, and then I think April is accountability, and those two go hand in hand. If Nancy hadn't said that she was at 90, I would have said, so how are you doing on you? Because that's what we need, right? I mean, I've told that story so many times, but till I put it out there, I wasn't going to reach 14 groups. We just weren't going to get there. And we didn't get there, but we got to 12. That was but it's because I told, but I'm always afraid if I tell somebody something, then it's going to, it's going to turn into, it's not going to work because I've told everybody. That's not the right attitude, right?
No,
Deanna's shaking her head at me. No, Jennifer, that's
it is speaking it into existence. That's the positive side of it. Not if I say it, then I'm jinxed. It is if I say it and I believe it and I work towards it. Of course, what the universe will accommodate, and it shall be so.
So it's speaking it into, and that's where I'm so glad that we've got Deanna and we've got CB and Catherine and Dawn, you're always about, the positive energy, but don't you think a lot of us come from the background that, oh my gosh, if I say anything, then everybody, that's just kind of how we grow up, right? Or maybe not, I don't know. I did.
Yeah, but luckily that's why we come together in this networking, to support each other and to provide that mutual group think and positivity, and douse out that more negative or challenging side. Yeah, there is negativity in the world, and there will be haters and people that don't want you to succeed, but that's not what we have here. So we're here to make a positive difference, and to keep at it and keep inspiring each other and encouraging each other to do their best. So the likelihood is so much greater. It is magnified.
It's like yesterday morning, ladies, Deanna and Nancy, we were on the call for the morning Catherine's Motivational Monday, and I was such a downer. Oh, we had so many things going on here, and I felt so bad because the atmosphere isn't that way. I mean, it really isn't. On most of our calls, we're very happy, and I just felt like what a loser I was. I mean, you bring that kind of negative, that doesn't it doesn't help anything, right? I mean, can you imagine if we had all of our meetings at the ReZenergize studio, sanctuary? Do you know how good we would all be feeling all the time? I mean, it really is. I mean, that's right. Isn't that kind of, we could do that once in a while? We could, but I mean, I'm just thinking, yeah, you got to get all the negativity out of there.
Yeah. Were you more positive when you left the meeting?
Yes, I was more positive because, yes, exactly. I was just I was very frustrated.
She was realistic about what her challenges were. And then everybody else was able to kind of arms around her. Look, you've got this. It's going to work out. Don't worry. It shall be. And today she gets on the call to be able to say she got it resolved. She made a connection that she knew, that did it at a reduced cost, and that peace was able to come to them, and peace and resolution. So yes, it works. It works.
So everybody else's energy brought your energy up, in essence.
And so, yeah, thank you, Nancy. That's a good point. Yes. And it's so nice when we get on these calls and you got, everybody in a positive place. I'm glad that CB doesn't usually let most of us go without saying something. Even if Dawn usually keeps us all too, but I'm just saying it's good, you know, and
She does call us out if we don't talk.
who does? Dawn does? Yes,
Dawn.
Dawn does. I was gonna say I don't do anything, but I wish that, you know, I've had a couple people today already said that earlier that I've talked to, and I'm like, you know what? We have something really kind of different. I mean, we do. I mean, it's, you know, we're not realistic. We are here though, and we're dedicated to doing what we got to do.
Yeah.
To make it work. Being positive, and you guys know. Thank
It's
you.
surprising to me sometimes that people are out there going through it all on their own with their business.
Yeah.
You know, not seeking the input and assistance and support of others, not networking, you know, very strongly at all. And that they think that perhaps that is the norm and how it's supposed to be. Well, you know, 15 years at TTR Networking, we're here to tell them that, you know, there is a place you can go to get that support, to stay motivated and inspired, to share, you know, your skills and your knowledge, and to glean even more, and to come to a higher level of understanding. So that's why we do it. That's why we show up, and it works.
It does. It does. And I would just, I would tell you. And I know Deanna, you might, I don't know if you met Lita last week, but Lita is, I mean, they're flying high. You saw, she came in at the end, and and I would just tell you, she said, she goes, and I'm not saying it because of TTR. She said networking, she loves networking, and she cannot imagine not networking. And those of us that do it, we don't all love it every minute, but we know that it does what we want it to do if we're dedicated to it. She was at the meeting last week. She came in, she said, I just love in-person networking. They got so many things going on. I did not know she was going to make it. And I'm just glad she did. But Deanna was there. Deanna, we had a very long-winded guy that was there last week. So unfortunately, it kind of took a little while. And here is Scarlett saying good night, everyone, right?
Good night, Scarlett.
Can you wave? She's actually been in a pretty good mood today. The last couple of days, she's been they all kind of yell at each other. She's almost 3, but she's not 3. So, she's smarter than she knows. But anyway, thank you, ladies. I appreciate you all very much.
Oh, thank you. Any last words, anybody, before we sign off for tonight? Okay.
No, thank you for being on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have
Go
a
forward
good night,
and have a
ladies.
wonderful rest of the week. And I look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday evening.
Isn't
Take
it
care.
March 4th? March 4th, everyone.
March 4th.
Bye.
Be safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.